Alright, so we're 10 minutes away from whatever is gonna happen for this live stream.
All we need is a direct link and we're good.
Yeah. So far, I feel like, I'm not sure if Sakurai is like just messing with us with this thumbnail right there, but he's holding up 3 fingers. That might be a hint to something, or he could just be posing. Who knows?
Either way works. I mean, people are quick to point this to, know anything about Travis Touchdown?
Yeah, I believe his 3rd game is coming out soon, so that could be it.
Is there a post similar to this?
Is there a post similar to this? I'm trying to remember. I don't think so.
Because if that's so, I'll probably walk in expecting that at the very least.
It is a possibility, but at the same time, it could be something like Devil May Cry 3 coming out on Switch, or Kingdom Hearts 3, or Half-Life 3.
I think anything could happen.
Literally, like, we're giving, like, no information whatsoever. We're just drop this in, like, 2 days before the live stream actually occurs, and here we are now. One thing I probably feel like I need to note is the possibility of this DLC character coming out today, because Smash Bros tends to do this a lot.
I've noticed.
Yeah, with Banjo-Kazooie, like after his announcements, like, when is he coming out? Today. Same thing for the Terry announcement, or for the Terry like direct. So this could be the same story as well. So far, I don't think data miners have said anything, so it might not be, but at the same time, I think Nintendo might be a lot more careful this time around to not release it too early. In the case that I actually do feel a little bit tired, I got an energy drink just in case.
Always good to have something beside.
Yeah. And I really blame Death Stranding for the fact that I'm now hooked into this thing.
Ugh. Think I've got it now.
Yeah.
Mr. Sakurai presents question mark. This should be it.
There are 3 question marks here. Maybe that is a sign that it's... I don't know. 3 fingers, 3 houses.
Could very well mean anything.
I'm gonna go on full-on conspiracy theorist right here. So, the number 3 would have to represent the 3rd in a series. So clearly, we're getting someone from Mass Effect 3. Or Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. Or Knuckles from Sonic and Knuckles 3. Literally, the number 3 could just mean anything.
Never mind the fact that Knuckles is already an assist trophy, but that's beside the point.
Yeah, people are like crazy online thinking about like these things with like, okay, so there has to be like a connection between these Smash characters, when I feel like Cloud and Joker have already broken that rule.
Yeah, basically anything goes now.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
You'd think we'd pick up on that by now.
Yeah, and even if we want to think about it back then, Snake broke all the rules because he had like close to no connection with Nintendo whatsoever.
For sure.
So it's like really anyone could get in. It does like because like each character like that's been crazily announced has broken some sort of rule in some way, which leads me to dictate like there are no rules. The only rules that seems to be consistent so far is that Sakurai saying that there's only going to be video game characters, so obviously we're not going to see SpongeBob or Goku or anything. But
yeah, nothing like that.
Yeah, we could at least condense it to like at least video game characters.
That's the only thing we've got going for us.
Mm-hmm. We got a freaking piranha plant. Just
yeah.
saying. We got a piranha plant, a basic enemy from the Mario series.
Doing the unthinkable.
Who's to say that the next character is gonna be a Metroid or an Octorok?
Alright, showtime!
Alright.
Hello everyone, I'm Masahiro Sakurai, director of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate from Sora Limited. We'll be using today's showcase to give you a first look at our next DLC fighter. Actually, hardly anyone knows what we'll be announcing today, even among Nintendo staff worldwide.
Really?
The development team and other stakeholders have been working on this fighter with the utmost secrecy. Which means other Nintendo staff around the globe will only start making preparations for release after the showcase has been broadcast. So it won't be available right away. Please understand that it will take a little
there goes
Alright,
that
so we're
theory.
not expecting it
I
today.
think even many Nintendo employees will be surprised to see this and say, wow, really?
You can only wonder.
So, let's all share in the fun of getting our hands on the latest information. However, even if you say, that's not the character I was picturing, I hope you don't have any hard feelings.
Oh, just wait
We
till you see what the
prepared a fighter
internet's
reveal
got to
I got
say about that.
Banjo-Kazooie.
I
I'm
think you'll figure out
satisfied.
who it is pretty quickly. Now,
Alright, let's
do
go.
Alright, let's do this. Get your prediction sticks ready. It's gonna be Fire Emblem. Oh my god, it's gonna be Fire Emblem, isn't it?
Looks like 3 houses.
So many people are gonna be pissed, I feel.
If this is 3 houses, I swear.
It's 3 houses for sure. That was Byleth right there.
Oh,
Interesting saving him for the last character slot, but okay.
whoever this is.
What were you thinking, charging right into an enemy's trap? As you and I are one, I too am trapped within this void. In time, our hearts and minds will cease to be. Are you prepared to die? I thought as much. I also do not wish to die. And yet... there is no other choice. You must join Smash. Join Smash Brothers already! What in the world are you waiting for?
And there's the buildup.
Yep.
Yep, it's Byleth.
Yep.
So joining Smash consumes even the darkness itself.
So how about that? We were all waiting for another Fire Emblem rep.
Exactly.
Y'all can go home now. Show's over. You got your money's worth.
Yep. We got another anime sword fighter here, ladies and gentlemen. Unless there's a
So
twist.
you return, and sooner than expected. I see. Too many swordsmen, are there? And you
There's
wield
more?
the sword as well? What will you do?
Is there more to it? Aside from female Byleth?
So that is how you plan to win the
So
day?
another Robin and
So
Corin,
be it.
basically.
I reward
Pretty
your
much, yeah.
cleverness this time.
Oh, what?
Wait a minute.
You could switch weapon. Oh.
How is this?
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, those are like the legendary weapons you obtain throughout the game.
Byleth recruits Byleth? Alright, no idea where this is heading.
Are they 2 separate characters, or...
What is this?
Of anyone, you should be able to handle the hero's relics. With Arid Fire, strike with superior reach.
Okay.
Use Amir's overwhelming
Oh.
power.
Alright then.
So he or she uses more than just the
Unleash
sword
the
then.
blinding speed of Failnaught.
That's one way to make them
Along
unique.
with the sword of the creator. Each weapon matches a direction.
Oh. So wait, what? Does that mean like 12 more special moves?
Your will and
I can
mine
tell
now
this stage is a raid tournament banned.
Just from the setup alone, it probably will be.
Time are
Yeah.
revealed. Through Smash, show the world.
And there it is, 3 houses.
Yep. Like, it's not the first character I wanted or expected, but at the same time, like, we've got so much already that I kind of don't care who's in the game now.
Yeah, they could give us
There you
whoever
have
they
it.
want now.
Byleth from Fire
Yeah.
Emblem Three Houses is joining the battle. Fire Emblem Three Houses was released just last summer, so it's still very new. Even so, you'll soon be able to play as them in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. This release is planned for January 28th. You'll have instant access
Oh, so it's still
to
this
month
Super
at the
very
Smash
least.
Bros.
Now we
Ultimate
know.
Fighters Pass.
Yeah.
And it will also be available for purchase individually. In case you're not familiar with Fire Emblem or Three Houses, I'll explain a few things, so don't worry. First off, what is Fire Emblem?
Oh boy, he's gonna take us through the whole series, is he?
It's really hard to pronounce
Yeah.
in Japanese. The producer said it's okay if I just say Fire Emblem. But when writing it, if you don't write Fire Emblem, the Fire Emblem police will come and get you, so please be careful.
Hilarious.
The series' first entry launched in Japan on the Famicom in 1990. You could say it was a pioneer in the genre.
All right, time to
of
sit back
tactical
and let this
role-playing
man
games.
educate
You
us.
might be wondering what makes it particularly tactical. Well, it's tactical in that it simulates combat. You can think of it as moving pieces in a board game, or in other words, a game in which you advance units across a grid and battle.
So, a turn-based RPG.
When we talk about tactical
I feel like that's a lot
games
more
of that
easier to
era,
say
there were
than-
lots of ones in which
I
you
think
command
that's
tanks,
what he meant to
aircraft,
say.
and so on.
Yeah.
But Fire Emblem was unique because each unit was a specific character, sort of like in role-playing games. Plus, something made it stand out from other Nintendo products. Characters could permanently die. That's pretty direct language though, so
Just
perhaps
spin
we
the
should
facts.
just say they're sleeping with the fishes. But really, if a character fell in battle, you'd lose that unit. They'd be gone and you couldn't use them again. Recent entries in the series maintain this concept of permadeath to some degree in classic mode and what have you, but a lot of games now allow strategic withdrawals, so to speak. In the older games, your units would really be gone, never to be mentioned again. Scary. The game's stories are told like chronicles of war, with increasingly distinct characters and engrossing scenarios. Several characters also appear in the Super Smash Bros. Series, and 6 of the 7 can use a counterattack. It's their down special. There's actually a reason for this. When I was considering how to incorporate Fire Emblem fighters into Super Smash Bros. Melee, I thought it might be interesting to reflect the turn-based nature of the original game. First comes your opponent's turn. They attack and you counter. Next comes your turn. And now, Fire Emblem Three Houses is the 17th game in the series.
Ah, so they've come a long way.
Oh yeah.
People who aren't
Not
Japanese
too
Fire Emblem has
shabby.
been around
might
since
be
like the
thinking,
90s, so
17 games? There are
Very
that many?
nice.
yeah.
Well, if you
17,
include
that's
Fire
actually
Emblem
more than
Heroes
Final
and the remakes,
Fantasy and
but you
Dragon
don't
Quest.
include the Satellaview game, Tokyo Mirage
Undoubtedly,
Session,
like,
Star
that
FE,
is surprising.
Fire Emblem Warriors, then it comes out to 17 games.
Alright, so
Let's try
Fire
saying
Emblem
them in
Warriors
Fire
doesn't
Emblem,
count?
Can you say it challenge?
Yeah, it doesn't count since that's a spin-off. Same for Tokyo
I'll
Mirage
give it a
Sessions.
try.
Thought so.
外伝紋章の謎聖戦の系譜トラキア776、封印の剣烈火の剣、聖魔の鉱石
Yeah, he's stating all the games. That one's my favorite, Path of Radiance. It's also the most expensive to get nowadays as well.
There you go, 17.
And there's the hand gesture.
There it is.
So you saw how I was counting in a weird way, right? I was counting in binary.
Oh. Wait,
This is
I thought
0.
binary is just 1 and
Fold this here
zeros.
and you get 1, and then you get 2.
Interesting how it works
1
then.
equals 3. So this would be
Oh,
4,
that's
5,
what.
6,
Oh,
7,
okay, yeah,
and
I see
8.
now.
And then
Oh.
you get
I
16.
I learned this from like
Add 1 and you get
programming
17.
class. I recognize what he was doing.
Awesome, isn't it?
Oh, nice.
You can actually count up to 31 on one hand.
All right, someone pause that right
And
there
if you
because he
use
stick the
both
middle
hands,
finger
you
for a
can count
second.
all the way up to 1,023.
Alright. Someone's gonna catch that at some point.
Yeah.
If you've given up counting the knots in a tatami mat, you could always give it a go. What is Fire Emblem Three Houses? In Japanese, the male version of the main character is called Bereto and the female version is called Beresu, but in English they share the same name, Byleth. Byleth becomes a professor who ends up leading one of 3 academic houses. Once you've chosen a house, you guide them through their school life, and, well, you end up fighting the other houses. After a certain incident, 5 years pass, and you meet up with your grown-up students to battle against the other houses in their regions. It's a very sad game in which your former allies become enemies, turn hostile, and try to kill you. To understand the concept of Fire Emblem Three Houses, I played an early version of the game before its release. I've done the same thing before, with The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, for example. Because I couldn't wait until launch to experience it, or we'd have never made it in time. For that title, I borrowed an early version of the game for 2 days, ran around all the areas,
so Sakurai
solved
always
the
likes to work
realized
ahead
for
of
the first
time.
Exactly.
I guess we
The
can't
same
really
goes
have
for like
Breath
most of the
Wild's
Pokemon characters
Princess Zelda
introduced
as
in the
the
game.
fighter.
Man is way ahead of the curve on us.
Yeah. He managed to put the
I did
grappling
same
hook in
this
Joker
time,
before
but
he
there being
actually
3
officially
houses
uses
and
it.
multiple endings. It was really hard to get a feel for.
And to think, we got the plunger in Luigi
And of
before
course, there
Luigi's
weren't any
Mansion
walkways.
3 became
Oh
a
yeah,
thing.
I forgot about that for a second. He did that too.
Yeah. Very well preceded
The
that.
game has multiple routes, and the outcome of
Fascinating.
each is very different. Your experience will vary depending on the route you choose, and many of the characters you meet will adopt different roles in the story.
Yeah, in seriousness though, Fire Emblem Three
I'll try
Houses
to
is
avoid spoilers
probably
when I'm
one of the
talking
best
about the
games I
fighter.
played last
I hope
year,
you'll
for
understand.
sure.
I
Before
wonder.
my demonstration, I should point out that when I did
Like,
the
as
Terry
much as I
Bogard
rag on the
showcase
Fire Emblem
video,
series for
I
being
mentioned that
included
it
in
was
Smash
recorded
Bros,
a
it is
month
still
in
one of the
advance.
best series I've ever
But
played.
this time, we have to account for the
Looks
holidays
intriguing
and such,
anyway.
So we're filming 2 months
Yeah.
in advance of this video's release. Right now,
2
it's
months in
actually
advance.
November.
Wow.
Yeah. He's always ahead of the
Therefore,
game.
some of what I'm about to show
Nice.
you might differ a bit from the finished version. As always, I'm using a special in-game camera and such for demonstration purposes. Here I go.
Alright, this man has 4 controllers set up for us.
Wonder where we're going here.
So, this is our new fighter, Byleth. Sadly, they're lacking in mobility. It's maybe a bit better than Robin's, but that's about all you can say for them. Throws are not their strong point either. Their grab lacks range. But actually, you could say that they're distance demon. The hero's relic they use changes depending on the direction you input with the stick. Each of the hero's relics is a weapon that appears in Fire Emblem Three Houses. They look like bones, and there's a reason for that. First, let's talk about the weapon Byleth uses for upward inputs, the Sword of the Creator. The Sword of the Creator here is Byleth's default weapon. They use it for flurry attacks and tilt attacks, such as down tilt attacks, where it takes the form of a whip. They also use the sword for dash attacks and other moves. For their up smash attack, they'll whip the sword upward to launch enemies in the air. For their up air attack, they'll wave the whip sword overhead. The hit detection for this attack lasts for a relatively long time. The up special move is really something. The sword extends like this, allowing you to do things like this. It was pretty terrifying how I knocked him into the air with that attack. And in addition,
Alright, I was wondering how this is
also
gonna work.
things like this.
So his up special is also a
That
spike.
said, you'll launch opponents upward until their damage reaches
Looks
a
to
certain
be.
percentage. Exceed that percentage and you'll need to be careful. You may find it helpful to mid-air dodge. I've already shown this, but you can also use it to latch onto edges.
Okay.
So that's the up
So like a
special.
tether recovery?
Now for the sideways inputs. This is
I wanna
air
say
foe,
it's like
same
the
name as
grappling
weapon
hook
from
almost.
Celtic mythology.
Yeah.
First, we'll go through the forward and back air attacks. As you can see, they have a long reach. Like so. Marth's air attack keeps opponents in check too, right? If Byleth does the same thing, you'd win out, so you should be able to beat it. Next,
But the question
side
is,
smash
does his
attack.
grab range
This
longer
also
than
has a long
Marth?
range. It'll connect even from here.
Only time will tell, my friend.
Also, if you add an upward tilt, it will be stronger.
Wonder
And
how
if
that's
you've knocked
gonna
an
work.
opponent down, the side attack won't hit unless you add a downward tilt to aim for them. By the way, the tip of the lance is more powerful.
Ah,
The
good
shaft
to
Okay.
blade is
know.
weaker,
So, like Marth?
so it's not suited to close combat. It won't deal much damage, and it won't launch opponents far. That's why, as a rule, you want to hit with the blade part aimed upward, or downward in this case. Next, the side special move. Byleth will simply swing the lance like this, but again, it has excellent reach. For example, even when your opponent is at this distance, it'll still hit.
Wow.
Alright, I see.
Actually, you can do a smash attack to charge forward a little, like this. But as you'd expect, it can be easily shielded, so be careful.
Okay.
Use it in midair and you'll carve up a large area.
Oh, so it's kind of like recommended to use that
side
move
air
on the
attacks
air
from
then.
earlier. They have great horizontal
The
reach,
way it's
but they
set
lack
up,
verticality.
yeah.
So this complements it well. Although you'll be vulnerable when you land. Now, for the downward inputs. For these, Byleth will use an axe called Emir. It's named after a weapon that appears in Ugaritic myth. First, the down air attack. It really is
That looks
strong.
like a spike.
Oh,
You can try
big
for a meteor
time.
effect with this
Yep,
attack.
it is.
Next is the down smash attack. A heavy swing of the axe back and forth. As you can see, it has a great deal of launch power. And for the down special, Byleth channels all their energy into a devastating strike. It's a bold move, similar to the Falcon Punch, but here's what makes it different. When readying the move, there's a super armor effect,
Oh, okay.
which allows you to withstand an attack.
Okay, I see how it works now.
Just so you know, if you execute a Falcon Punch at about the same time,
Oh, I see.
Poor
it's a
Falcon.
bit slower than the Falcon Punch, but due to the super
Didn't
armor
stand a
effect, you have the
chance.
advantage. Unless you get
Oh,
grabbed.
it can be grabbed too.
Okay, yeah, it makes sense. Since
Another
you
notable
want-
aspect
you don't want that
is
move
that
to
it
be
lets you
too
pass through
overpowered.
platforms.
Oh,
Yeah, gotta
Well, you
find the
try-
weak
that's interesting.
point.
Oh,
Pass
there's a.
Wow.
to reach a lower
You
area.
can go through platforms with it.
It won't let you jump, but you could use it as a surprise attack.
I can see people
Also,
having
you
fun
can
with
turn around
that.
during the move.
Yeah, and you could.
The
Okay.
swing takes a while. So if an opponent runs behind you during the move, you can quickly change direction. Even though it can be hard to land a hit with this move, it can be really effective when used against a group of opponents. Plus, even if you fail to land a direct hit, any opponents on the ground nearby will still be launched a little.
Must be a
It's
pretty
as if
big
the quaking of the
hitbox.
ground launches them.
Oh yeah.
By the way, earlier I talked a little bit about the other Fire Emblem characters' moves. I don't recommend using this down special against fighters from the Fire Emblem series, because you'll just get loads of counters. It hits with that much power in a single attack. Counters can actually multiply the power of blocked attacks, and using easily
there's the
executed attacks
downside.
like this could just get you
Well, to
hit
be
by
fair, this is a
counter
kind of a
after
small
counter.
stage, so it might not be the best example.
Next, we
but
have the
yeah.
neutral moves. The bow you use
Pretty
is
obvious.
Fail Not, which shares its name with the bow from the Knights of the Round Table. It only appears in a few neutral moves. You've got the neutral air attack. This attack is similar to a move of Pit's and other fighters like him. It lets you spin the
Pit,
weapon around.
Ivysaur. Yeah.
It's also easy to create certain combos with it. And with the neutral special, you'll let loose an arrow. It seems pretty straightforward, right? But there are a few noteworthy aspects to this bow.
Oh, you can't counter it?
First, the biggest difference between this bow and Link's is that once you enter the command, you can keep charging until it's ready. You can't release it partway through the charge, so when it does fire, the arrow travels at high
Ah, there's
speed.
the catch.
It's also very
Okay.
powerful. That said, you can still cancel out of the stance using the shield button.
Oh, okay. So there's a
You
way
can
to get
also
out of
change
it at the very
direction while in the
least.
stance.
Oh,
It works up
all
until
right.
this point, but if you keep holding the button, you'll unleash
Oh, I was not ready for that one.
looks like a beam of light. You can perform this move
So
by keeping the button held
They
down.
just put Zelda's Final
You
Smash
charge up
in his
power
B
like
button.
so. Charge a bit more, and then fire. But again, you'll need to take care when using this move. For one, when you've powered up the move to its max, there's no way to cancel out of it. Not even with the shield button.
Alright, so you
In
have to
other
be
words,
committed if
you're
you want to
committed to
fully
fighting.
charge it then.
All right,
So
if
you
you're
see, a
using this,
situation
you
like this
gotta make sure
is
you know what
pretty
you're
terrible.
doing.
Yeah. Of course, Reflectors could do that too.
Once you've entered the stance, you
Yeah,
won't be able
gotta
to
be
do
careful
anything,
who you're fighting to.
Yeah.
which means it's quite the risky attack to use against fighters who have a move with a reflector effect. But you could always just aim into the fray, as it is, after all, a long-range move, letting you deal a sudden blow to opponents. So you need to think carefully when using this projectile weapon. Byleth's final smash is called Progenitor God Ruptured Heaven. In the original game, there's a move called Ruptured Heaven. This is an enhanced version.
And here's the spectacle.
Yep. It affects multiple units.
As you can see, you team up with the mysterious Sophis
Oh.
and launch an attack together.
ソフィスが誰であるのか何なのかというのは原作で確認してみていただければと思います。
Now, let's talk about the color variations. It's set up so that the default and odd-numbered color variations are male, while the even-numbered ones are
All right,
female.
so basically Robin and
However,
Corrin.
the third,
Yep.
fourth, and fifth colors are, as you can see, reminiscent of the house leaders.
Yeah.
Those of you who
Makes
played the
sense.
original game will of course understand what I'm referring to. The sixth color is based on Sophis, who you just saw earlier.
All right, why not?
And the seventh and eighth variations have a different hair
Oh.
color, which is based
Oh,
on
okay.
based on something that occurs in the course of the original game's story.
Alright.
Didn't we see this variation in the final smash?
まあこれは原作でもということで。
Some ground we shall not tread toward.
Yeah, they're like, of course, like they changed their hairstyle, but there's a spoiler
Next,
reason
I'll
for
introduce
that.
the stage.
Right.
For this one, we of course tried to recreate the place where you spend most of the game. Garrick
All right, here we go.
作ってみました。
Alright.
原作における
This is
I
how
can see,
Garrick
I can hear
Monastery
D1
is laid
live
out in
streaming
the
this
original
same band
game.
already.
From these, we chose to have it cycle
Wouldn't
through
be surprised.
Marketplace, Reception Hall, Bridge, and Cathedral, all in
So,
one stage.
Castle Siege?
Castle Siege, Skyloft,
It's the type
I'm
of stage that
assuming.
rotates through different areas, such as
I want
these
to say
four.
it's something like that.
Yeah.
Let me introduce each of the guests that appear in these four areas.
Alright. I saw
The first
one
area
of
is the
the fan
marketplace.
favorites.
I think this is where a lot of people come to do their shopping.
Oh, that's cool.
The guests that appear here are students of the
There's
Blue
the Blue
Lion's
Lion's house.
Dimitri, Dedu, and Ingrid. Not Dimitri, Dudu, or Ingrid. Their names are a bit difficult to say. They're largely from the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. Since it's a kingdom, that means they have a monarchy. For that reason, I guess you could say Dimitri's the future king. He had quite a difficult life and may or may not end up with just one eye. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Okay, talk about spoilers there, jeez.
There are vendors
Sakurai,
on
please.
In the original game, these are important booths where you buy all sorts of things, but here you can break them, you see.
I mean,
Anna's gonna be pissed.
If you do break them, the stage will expand to the left and right. I wonder where people will buy their supplies now.
Lord knows.
And in the background, you can see the gatekeeper.
Yep.
You often pass through
That's
this area.
everyone's
and
favorite
fire
character
around
for some
3
reason.
houses, and you end up
The
talking to them a
gatekeeper.
lot.
Yeah.
Moving through these areas is possible.
Fire Emblem wouldn't
thanks
be
to
anything
this
without the
mysterious
gatekeeper.
platform.
Okay, so it is
Just when
kind of
it
like,
seems you've come to a
Castle
stop,
Siege.
yeah.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
you'll come crashing
And
back
there's
down. You've
3
broken
members
through
from
ceiling and
the
slammed
Black
into the
Eagles
building.
route.
All right, we're gonna
And the
get
guests in the
into
reception
every
hall
single
are
house, aren't
Edelgard,
we?
Dorothea,
much, yeah.
and Petra of the Black Eagles.
Okay.
Take note, it's not spelled
sense.
Edelgard. They're from the Adrestian Empire, and as such, they embrace their military might. Edelgard is one of the characters who is central to the conflict. Depending on the path you take, she'll go through some terrible ordeals. You'll notice there are prominent chandeliers above the stage.
Oh, are they
It's
breakable?
possible to knock
Yep.
them down.
They are.
だけど残念ながらこれ
However, Byleth can't actually reach it, even though it's their stage. You can reach it with other fighters, though.
Oh, so whoever can reach it may
So,
vary.
it's nice if you can work
Yeah.
your way up there by getting lucky and being launched up, or perhaps by using another fighter as a stepping stone. There we go. I made it. And you can knock it down.
ついでに言うと
Also, you can break this table. Like so.
I mean, what can't you break in the
Just
stage?
like the sign that reads Furin Kazan in the Suzaku Castle stage, it can break if you launch the opponent into it at close range.
ということになるんです
God, the Garrick Monarchy, like, people are
Next
gonna
up,
have a
the bridge.
heyday with the
The
tax.
camera rotates 90 degrees,
Of fixing
creating
things.
this long area.
All right,
It's
here's the
very wide
bridge.
indeed.
And the Golden Eagles.
結構横幅も広いんですよ
It's similar to the Bridge of Elden stage.
ゲストはヒルシュ
The guests are from the Golden Deer, Claude, Hilda, and Lawrence.
これはレスター
They belong to the Leicester Alliance.
人々ですね諸行同盟ということはまあつまり連邦とか連合とかそういうような感じで
Because it's an alliance of many noble families, you could say that they have a wide assortment of members. And Claude is the sharpest of the bunch. Incidentally, both Claude and Hilda are the names of characters that appear in Genealogy of the Holy War, the 4th title in the Fire Emblem series. I guess once you've reached the 17th
Oh.
Admittedly, that's also the
40
worst in the
characters
series.
new entry,
So,
you're bound to get
Wow.
a bit of name.
not sure if that's
The
a
naming
good thing to
process must be
mention.
tough.
The
Hey,
sheer
it looks like
It's either
irony,
that or
man.
Thracia. I don't remember which one, but like it's one of those two.
As for the bridge's design, it's just a long pathway, plain and simple. You can expect plenty of blows to be exchanged at the edges of the screen. You could also say it's a place where the fail knot really shines, and in this sense, I think it suits the Golden Deer perfectly.
So are they gonna go for
The last area is the cathedral,
Okay.
here's
only
the
with some
cathedral.
platforms you can pass through.
Yeah, and these
The guests
characters are
appearing
from
in the
the
cathedral
forgot,
are set
but
up
the Church of
Flame and
Saros,
Rhea.
I believe.
There's Seta, who
Ah,
appears to have an extremely
neat.
strong bond with his sister, Flame. She seems to be under the protection of him and Rhea, who you can see fighting during the opening of Fire Emblem Three Houses.
けれどまあ
All three have character quirks related to their true identities.
まあフレンが
I feel that Flame might be saying shush at this point, so I'll leave it at that. This is a simple area.
All
of the
right
stage.
then.
All it has are these platforms. Being the last area, it may be a place where some intense battles will be waged. It'll
So,
cycle through each
Smashville with a
location
walk-off.
in about 2.5 minutes.
I guess so. All right, here we go.
All right, how are they
Okay,
gonna?
today we'll have a tag team battle in Squad Strike with the DLC team pitted against Fire Emblem protagonists.
All right,
from
so
throughout the
everyone
ages.
in the fighter
That'll give us
pass
precisely
against
5 players per side.
Fire Emblem.
Yeah.
All right, here we go, Joker.
Already,
Joker!
they're already getting rid of every single fighter just
Wait
to
a
make room
minute.
for Byleth. What is your
Gee, I
what,
really made a
what is
lot.
Are you
your
just
thought
showing off here,
process?
Sakurai? I know you make the game, but you're.
By now, I think you know what,
What
I'm
is
doing.
this?
But basically, I'm trying to defeat all 5 opponents with just the professor here.
All right, there's Byleth
right.
now.
But as expected, it's going to be a pretty tough battle, so I'm using anything I can get my hands on.
All right.
It's
That was not expected.
Yeah, how about that? He
Uh-oh, this
sets
is
everyone in
bad.
the fighter pass as a team. Then he gets rid of every single one but Byleth.
Yep.
Wants to give attention
keep
to
my
the main
distance.
star attraction.
Exactly. How is he gonna get out of this
I'll
predicament?
use
He
this
already has
chance to attack.
31%.
Got him.
Oh, he could just camp.
jeez.
That's scary. He's invincible for a moment here.
Good job holding on to those bob-ombs.
Yeah.
Lots of explosives. Ouch.
All right.
Shielded that, huh? Good
Now
one.
who? The thing is, are the enemies actually level 9?
Like
Because
this,
I kind of
like
doubt it.
this, Or like so.
There's no clear-cut
idea.
telling on the fact.
There.
Yeah,
Let's
he
not
might
go.
be making it a little bit easier on himself by doing this.
I mean, wouldn't you?
Yeah. I don't think I could set up against
Good.
like 9
There's
CPUs
Mom.
in a row.
Nah.
You're in a good spot, Mom. Ah, I shouldn't have taken that. Gardevoir. Well, I guess no one uses projectiles. At this point, it doesn't matter if Gardevoir's there or not.
That was a very good defense game.
I feel like the enemy might get this smash ball. See? They got it.
Gotta be careful there, Sakurai.
But I mustn't give up.
Oh! Shield break,
Waste the
hello.
chance.
Very nice KO.
Or you could have just let the stage kill him
There's another smash
as
ball.
well, just to show
Got
off.
it.
Oh, here we go.
I don't think that's gonna kill, that's at 0%.
Yeah, he's still in the game.
Alright.
There's still more. Whack. Go on.
Can you use
you
the
can take
hammer?
But it's mine.
Alright.
Although I'm scared I might get hit with a counter in this state.
Oh, there we go.
I hit him.
There's the finishing blow.
Alright.
I was trying to fight using Byleth's abilities alone, but what matters is that I won. Good game. It can be fun to play like this, especially in tag team, so I think it's a good idea to try imposing different
And this
types
is
of
why
challenges on
Squad
yourself.
Strike is the best mode in
Yeah.
Ultimate. At least personally.
Oh yeah. Alright, song collection.
Now,
Are we gonna go
about
crazy
the
with
additional
50
music.
songs again, or are we gonna keep it
Since
basic?
it's from the Fire
All
Emblem
right,
series,
let's see
we'll be
what we
adding
got.
each of the new tracks to all the Fire Emblem stages. There are already a lot of Fire Emblem tracks in the game. Our selection this time has been made taking those existing tracks into consideration. 11 songs are being added.
Alright, 11 songs.
This includes
Okay.
an arrangement of the main theme in both Japanese and English.
None too wild.
I hope you'll enjoy these as well. We're also adding in a new spirit board. It includes the house leaders among some of the other popular characters. Sothis is Legend class. Also, there's a new classic mode route, a Heroic Legacy, which is designed to let you enjoy classic Fire Emblem stages from throughout the series' history. The final battle is against Master Hand and Crazy Hand, but you'll find that something pretty amusing happens, so look forward
Only
to
wonder
that.
what he means by that.
Guess we're gonna have to wait
Now for the
until
Mii Fighter costumes.
later.
Please
The
take a look.
28.
Alright, Mii Fighters.
Alright. What we have this time.
Who's getting deconfirmed?
Alright, here we go. Okay.
Assassin's Creed! Oh!
Altair!
Oh, I
Okay.
can't. Oh
Oh,
well.
you got played.
Damn. Oh well. Alright. Well, I did get Assassin's Creed correct, I guess, during a prediction at one point.
Ah, the rabbits.
And is this just Ubisoft properties?
They are, I believe. Yeah, they are.
I'm gonna see Rainbow Six Siege, and then what else does Ubisoft own? Far Cry?
Oh, Mega Man X.
Oh, okay. So not just Ubisoft stuff then.
Nice. Mega Man Battle Network.
Yep.
Can't help but feel they're bringing these back, basically.
Pretty much, yeah. Since they were in the previous games, right?
Oh, Cuphead!
Oh, nice.
Wow.
That's cool.
Oh, they're going all out with this one.
Yeah.
That looks legit. Oh, and it's a gunner.
Of course it would be.
Ah,
Includes a
I
music
love it.
track too.
Eat your fucking heart out, Sans. Ah, that was good.
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
Looks like that's it.
Yeah, available January 28th. Oh shoot, that's my sister's birthday.
はい今回新
This
しく
time, we're releasing a Cuphead costume. And for those of you who purchased the Cuphead costume, an additional song will be added. It's called Floral Fury, and it's the theme that plays when fighting
Nice.
Yep.
I
I
hope
recognize
you enjoy
the
these
theme.
as well.
This guy killed me a lot in the game.
After purchasing a costume, I recommend using the sharing feature. If someone has created a Mii Fighter, you can play using the costume it's wearing immediately after you download it. And now, onto the amiibo.
Alright.
Alright, gotta look out for those.
Yep.
The
Richter
color
and
palette
Dark
for Dark
Samus.
Samus looks pretty good, doesn't it? Dark
Oh
Samus
man,
and
that's
Victor
way
are planned
too
for
soon.
release on
Gotta
Friday,
get in on
January
that.
17th.
Damn.
And now, with the addition of Byleth, the Fighters Pass is finally complete. The lineup was Joker, Hero, Banjo and Kazooie, Terry Bogard, and Byleth.
How about
From more than
that?
70 fighters, only 5 have been added. But I must say, this game has always been an exceptional experience. And since the roster was already so large to begin with, right from the start, we intended to make the most out of the new gameplay mechanics and so on. There really were a lot of new mechanics, weren't there? When we add a new fighter, we don't simply make their attacks or their movements a little different. Instead,
Oh
we
yeah, they're
try to
really
offer
going
you a
all out
whole
with
new
these
style of
guys.
play. As I stated, we'll continue to release more DLC
Oh yeah,
fighters
about
down the
that
line.
future DLC.
I had thought that 1 or 2 might suffice, but, well,
Oh,
look.
we're getting a look at them now?
Are we?
Even
Already?
more fighters in development?
Are we gonna get another Fighters Pass, or is it just gonna be?
Oh
like a
yeah,
bonus?
we're getting
Yep.
another group of
5
11?
more characters.
6
Oh,
additional
6?
fighters. Wow.
Nice.
Looks like there will be 1 more fighter than last time.
Alright, he's really stepping up here.
For
Oh,
this
yeah.
reason, we will be releasing the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Fighters
December
Pass Volume
31st,
2. It will be available for
2021.
pre-purchase
Wow,
on the date shown, so
nice.
please keep an eye
This
out.
is gonna continue till
And
next
now that
year.
it's official, we intend to move ahead with development. Of course,
Only
like
wonder
last
what
time,
we're gonna
the
get
content
this
will remain
time.
unknown for now, and I'm personally very sorry that we have to release Fighters Pass Volume 2 when the details have yet to be revealed. Like last time, I'd be very grateful if, despite that, you would understand why and purchase it. Furthermore, the new additions have already been decided.
Okay.
Even if I receive
Oh, the
many
content
requests
is
regarding
already
potential
decided,
candidates
so,
on Twitter,
yep.
I'm afraid it would be very
Gonna
hard
have to accept what he's got to.
Oh yeah, there was a controversy in Twitter
but I
last
still
time.
hope you'll look forward to
Oh
it.
jeez.
We're also including a bonus with Fighters Pass Volume 2. Last
A
time, it
bonus?
was a Rex costume. But
Wonder
this
what
time,
this is.
here's what we have.
Okay.
Breath of the Wild Link? Oh, what is this?
It's a
Oh.
Mii Fighter
Oh.
costume for Mii Sword Fighter,
Oh,
the
okay.
ancient soldier
Nice.
here from The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. This will not be for sale individually, so it can only be acquired as part of Fighters Pass Volume 2.
Okay.
And lastly,
It's been reported that Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is the highest selling fighting game in the world. Personally,
Yep.
I don't know if it counts as simply a fighting game, but I guess
Yep,
it's
that's
seen as
an
a fighting
achievement
game
right
around the
there.
world.
Oh, we're gonna have this
Seems like
debate.
Street Fighter 2
Oh,
was in the
here
lead
we
for a
go.
while, but now Super Smash Bros. Ultimate has surpassed it in total sales. However, I'm not sure if this is accurate. There were 5 versions of Street Fighter 2, or 6 to 7 if we really want to get into the weeds. Plus, there's the arcade versions and the 25 ports to other systems, so I don't know if that's been accounted for. Also, I don't know if that really qualifies as one game. It's up for discussion.
okay then.
So, who knows? But when it comes to a single piece of software, it seems like Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is number 1. Although, I still don't know if it can really be called just a fighting game.
Basically what I've been saying for months.
I feel like it's become more than a fighting game, some sort of celebration of gaming or something else entirely.
Especially if this game is anything to go by. It's more so
Also,
of a celebration
I
of
feel a deep
everything
attachment to
video
the 5
gaming
DLC
in
fighters.
Oh yeah,
general.
for sure. Like with all these crossovers, not just from like the fighters, but also the Mii characters as well. Like
The first
Yeah,
Fighters
they're
Pass
really
just
stepping
wrapped
their
up,
A game with this one.
but it was
definitely.
decided
No
that there would
holds
be more
barred.
DLC, which means no breaks
Ah!
for me. I plan to keep working hard, so I hope you can continue to support us. That's it. Thank you.
Alright then. Show's over.
Yep. And that is that.
Yep,
That
we
is-
came here for another Fire Emblem rep.
Pretty much.
Show's over now.
Well, I can't wait to see the shitstorm that's gonna happen on Twitter.
Likewise.
But yeah, that was interesting. And I look forward to Byleth's inclusion in Smash Bros. And
Yeah.
now that Byleth is in, that kind of means that it's overrun the Zelda series in terms of like the amount of characters.
Oh, now it has.
Think about that. It was
It helps
tied
that
until
we've got
now.
another fighter pass coming soon.
Yeah, I definitely can't wait for that and see what the 6 characters are gonna announce.
Time will only tell.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can't wait to see what's in store for the future and next year.
Fascinating. Gonna be good.